Assalamualaikum. My name is Madiha Batul. I am from GC University, Government College University, Lahore, from Pakistan, and I can't attend this conference, so I am presenting here online by Zoom. And this is my research on metal oxide nanoparticles and their applications in industrial and other applications. I do research in PCSIR and GC University Lahore, and the results and discussion regarding about my research is in this presentation. So kindly, here is my presentation and on Zoom and Zoom. Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, I want to introduce myself. My name is Madiha Batul. I am a student of a PhD from GC University Lahore, and here I am representing my research work on metal oxide nanoparticles and their application. I hope that I could present my whole research work during my PhD work. It's too much difficult to summarize all the research work, but I will try that I could um, convey all my research works and their results and maybe beneficial applications of metal oxide nanoparticles. Thank you for inviting me, and let's start. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, topic synthesis of metal oxide nanoparticle and its biomedical industrial application. Here is some outlines. Introduction, methodology of metal oxide nanoparticle formulation, experimental work, results, discussion, methodology and experimental, and the results and the discussion. Why nanoparticles? First of all, I want to introduce the nanoparticles introduction. It's a microscopic particle, and there is a difference between the micro and the macro particles regarding their size. 1 to 100 nanometer and 1 million nanometer equal one side. As all of us know that these particles can be spherical, tubular, irregular shape, and can exist in the fused, aggregated, and agglomerated form. Then in the next slide, I want to explain the novel properties of a nanoparticle. Small size, high surface area, ease to suspend in liquid, improve physical and the chemical and the biological properties. Here is some approaches of nanofabrication, top up and top down approaches, and the biological method advantage. Why I use a biological advantage? Because highly stable and well characterized nanoparticle represents control toxicity, economical and the eco-friendly. Second one is its synthesis method, physical, chemical, and the biological. I use biological because for the biological, used bacteria, fungi, yeast, and the plants, and I used the plant. Why I use the marriage biogenic fabrication, prevention of waste, economically feasible, less hazardous, and designed for the degradation. Here is some aloe vera plants history. Why I use aloe vera plant, aloe vera abundances, due to its some agents, some aloin, aloic acid, anthracene, cinnamic acid, and anthracene, which are responsible for the reduction. Here is the biogenic fabrication iron oxide, copper oxide, and anoxide reserves. These are also some characterization results of the copper oxide nanoparticle. These are the iron oxide nanoparticle results, characterization results of a zinc oxide nanoparticles. There is a histogram of the iron oxide, copper oxide, and zinc oxide nanoparticle. TEM images of the F1, C1, and C1. Here is some XRD parameter and high score. From high score software, JCPCD card XRD analysis of copper oxide, and these are for zinc oxide nanoparticle for the size distribution. Here is the industrial and the biomedical application. First, azodise adsorption, malachite green and congoride are used, which are basically industrial dyes, and their pK value is 4.5 congoride, and cationic dye is malachite green. And furthermore, there are hazards. Why there are too much hazards? Because both dyes, their persistence and cytotoxic for the mammalian cells. In this slide, the azo dyes absorbance UV peaks. By optimization of adsorbent and adsorbent amount on the metal oxide nanoparticle, optimization of the time and optimization of a pH. Here is the sum effect of experimental parameter of adsorption. Here is equilibrium isotherm of Lovick isotherms and Freundlich isotherms and Langmuir isotherms. Here is the graphical representation of the Langmuir isotherms, graphical results of the Lovick isotherms, and these are the Freundlich isotherms. And these second application was the nano food packaging. Nano food packaging I done with the zinc oxide nanoparticle. Why I use grapes due to their nutritious boost, rich energy food contents, and the vitamin, metals, fats, and the carbohydrates. Where is the some nanotechnology in the food packaging? The methodology of a nano food packaging. I use three groups with a PLA polylactic acid film, 4% and the 0.4%. Here are the some solvent casting method through which I prepare the film, newly film, in which I packed the fruits. Here is an Vitis vinifera packaging in the PLA and the zinc oxide biofilm and their experimental results through which I use successfully zinc oxide nanoparticle and a PLA 0.4% 4% film. These are the quality evaluation of a fabricated nanofilm, and other basically is the quality parameter of a control in the plastic embedded and the loaded zinc oxide nanoparticles. Here are some results of the grapes and graphical representation. Here is the third application of antibacterial in the fungal assay. These are the basically bacteria and the fungus which I chose. Here is the agar-well diffusion method which I used for the antibacterial microbial activity. For this, these are the graphical and the calculation of a plates of the ZOI and of the sample, different samples. This is the antifungal analysis of a sample. These are the results of the iron, copper, and zinc oxide MIC, MBC, and the ZOI zone of inhibition, minimum incubation concentration, and bacterial concentrations. And fourth one is the wound healing property of the albino mice. Alkiron method was used for the preparation of a bandage. Here is the methodology excision wound models which are used for the wound healing and application, and the formula through which I use the wound closures and calculate the graphical representation of a tensile strength and wound ratio and other parameters. Some other results for the comparative analysis of a percentage amount of the contraction. Here is the results of wound healing processes. Here is the graphical representation of a wound healing processes. This is anti-cancer activity, anti-cancer activity done on the doxorubicin gemcitabine. There's anti-cancer drugs used. Here's the anti-cancer activity of MTTSA protocol. MTTSA protocol I use for the analysis of anti-cancer drug. This is the calibration curve for the anti-cancer activity. This is a graphical representation of efficiency of the gemcitabine and the doxorubicin drug loading. Here is the graphical efficiency of a drug loading. Here is also is the some results for the gemcitabine and the doxorubicins, their efficiency and their loading capacity. These are the results of a conclusion of a MD-MB231 cancer cell line and cytotoxicity effect of the zinc oxide nanoparticles. These are the MDA-MB231 cell culture after 0 time and after 1 hour. MTTSA methodology. Here is the MTTSA methodology which I used as the MTTSA. Anti-cancer activity results was too much pronounced that percentage cell viability for Z1 and for graphical and the bar graphical representation shows that it's very efficiently worked, and there is a comparison and here is the conclusion. Totally combined all the applications which are used, and yeah, here is some economical and the other benefits. You can see here is the future recommendation that this research can be fruitful for the other parameter and the application. These are the some certificates of the seminar and the conferences which I attend. Here is the list of publications during this, and these are my supervisors, and I'm very highly pleased for his coordination. Some references, and thank you so much for inviting me and listening me. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.